Welcome to our course of Adobe Photoshop. In this course, we are going to learn about Adobe Photoshop Essentials and Basic. So Adobe Photoshop is a software that is extensively used for raster image editing, graphic design, and digital art. It makes use of layering to allow for depth and flexibility in the design and editing process, as well as provide powerful editing tools that are capable of just about anything. It was created by brothers Thomas and John Null in 1988, and in 1989 John sold the program to Adobe System. Okay, so in this lesson or in this course, we are going to learn about what Photoshop is. I've already given you a small brief about what Photoshop is. Then we are going to learn about the usage of Adobe Photoshop, because there are different type of categories of work that people can do by using Adobe Photoshop. Then we are going to learn how to use the tools of Adobe Photoshop. There is a vast amount and a big source of tools that Adobe Photoshop provides, and you can use almost every of the tools with having full functionality, such as subscribing to their program or also your subscription. And then about the interface of Photoshop, because also some people find Adobe Photoshop to be quite complex and hard, but I'm going to give you a beginner-friendly course on how you will be able to get familiar with the interface of Adobe Photoshop. Okay, then we are going to learn about how to use Photoshop for editing photos, because this software is about manipulating and editing photos. Okay, then at the end of this course, we will be able to learn to use and learn about Photoshop easily, because just as I told you from the beginning that some people do find Photoshop to be quite complex. So I will help you through the process about using and learning about Photoshop easily. Use and learn about the tools in Photoshop. Almost all of the tools and the usage of the tools of Adobe Photoshop has been covered in this course. Use and learn about the full functionality in Adobe Photoshop, because Adobe has also a vast amount of functionality, and each of the tabs contain like couple and tons of tools which you'll be able to use, then use for various purposes such as career and also casual use. Because Adobe Photoshop is one of the most familiar and also the most used photo manipulating software, and also most people use it, such as photographers and also career developers. Okay, so hope to see you guys in my course, and thank you for staying with us.